75 miles the distance. J.J. Yaley on the pole out of Phoenix. The East Stewart Beast Ford chassis. That's the Power Stroke Diesel Stewart Components machine. Alongside Tyler Walker from Los Angeles, car number 35, the RE Technologies Agajanian Curb Dryden chassis car. Second row inside, Bud Kading makes his first dirt track start of the year in the Silver Crown Series. The Zerunian 167 from Campbell, California. That's a Stenton chassis car. Aaron Fike alongside from Galesburg, Illinois. His teammate, the RFMS Zerunian 67. That is a Beast chassis race car. Third row inside, the great Dave Darland from Lincoln, Indiana. The Foxco Beast with the Foxco Chevy motor. Alongside Tracy Hines from Newcastle, Indiana. The Indiana Underground Team Mopar Beast. Row 4 from Texas, Paul White out of the city of Temple. The Paul Cook Racing Swafford Electric Beast. Matt Westfall is back in car number 50. That's the Aviators Beast. He's from Pleasant Hill, Ohio. Row 5, Jay Drake from Val Verde, California. The winner at Pikes Peak earlier this year. The Stuart Snyder Beast Mopar. Teddy Beach starts 10th from Donaldsville, Ohio. The Beach Boys 15. That is a Beast with a pink Chevrolet. Sixth row inside from Anderson, Indiana. Jason McCord, who won on the pavement at IRP. The Contos Racing Hat World number 4. And Toby Tobias from Annville, Pennsylvania. The RW Motorsports Tobias chassis car. He won the last race in the series, Larry.
Yes, he certainly did, and he did it from 25th. He almost missed the race, started clearing the back, came up and won that thing, and he really did a terrific job. We'll see if he can do that here.
Flipped the wall in the bargain, which is the most amazing part of the story, I think. Seventh row on the inside, car number 7, Dane Carter from Brownsburg, Indiana. That's the Carter Racing Pedigo Chevrolet Beast with a Chevy. A.J. Fike from Galesburg, Illinois goes 14th. The RFMS Beast Foxco, car number 39. Eighth row, Donnie Schatz from Minot, North Dakota. The RE Technologies Parker Stores J&J with a Gertie motor. That's the 115. Larry Neighbors from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. First time out this year. The Neighbors Racing Wells Chevy, the 129. Ninth row inside from Peru, Indiana. The Gamester Racing 51 for Russ Gamester. That's the Terre Haute First National Bank car, a Stealth with a Chevy. Donnie Beechler, who finished second in the last race. He's from Springfield, Illinois. The Freedom Motorsports, number 45. Row 10, Johnny Parsons Jr. from Indianapolis and Ricky Nix's 43. Ron Gregory from Noblesville, Indiana. Gary Irvin's 48 car. That is a Beast with a Gertie. The 11th row, Mike Cass, who won the qualifiers race from Petersburg, Illinois. The SNR 15, that's an Eagle chassis with a Snyder motor. Roger Rager in the 03 starts 22nd. In the 99, in the 12th row inside, Jonathan Bennett from Vincennes, Indiana. The Mucci and Magic car, that's from upstate New York. It's a Beast with a Gertie motor. And alongside, Brad Knopfsinger from Concord, North Carolina. The Doherty Knopfsinger Peterbilt of Ohio Stealth chassis with a Kistler motor. Row 13, Rodney Stone from Charlestown, Indiana. The B&S Racing Oz car with a Chevrolet. Murray Erickson from Odessa, Texas in the 71. That's the Guardian Racing Budweiser Beast with a Mopar motor. 14th row, Jackie Burke from Houston, Texas. The Jackie Burke Shores chassis with a Chevrolet motor. And outside, going 28th, Craig Dory from Speedway, Indiana. The Shoestring Racing Cases USA Beast with a Kircher-built motor. Wes Miller scheduled to go shotgun from Seabrook, Texas, in car number 36. Doty Miller's Miller chassis with a Ford motor. 29 cars ready to go. Dave Argerbright, is Russ Gamester going to be a factor here today?
Well, Rick, they'll absolutely be holding their breath. The reason is during time trials, they developed a problem with this. This is the harmonic balancer on the front of the engine that sort of balances the crankshaft and the entire engine, so to speak. You notice these big marks here. The part got back and ground against the rest of the engine. They didn't have time to make a complete replacement, so they simply took this off. All they can do now is to see if that engine stays together for this 100-lap race.
Well, he's going to know right away, going down the front straightaway, as soon as he gasses it, if that thing's out of balance, because his teeth are going to be chattering and everything's going to be just shaking like crazy, so it won't take him long to find out.
Russ Gamester back in the 9th row in car number 51. Field ready to get down to business here at the Tulsa Fairgrounds Motorplex. First time for the Silver Crown Stars in Oklahoma since the middle 80s. First time at Tulsa since 1980. We're glad you're with us. J.J. Yaley is on the pole, ready to go racing. The USAC Silver Crown Stars are on speed.
You can see right away, look at J.J. Yaley. J.J. pulls out to the outside. He wants the cushion. He wants up on the top. And Tyler Walker goes right to the bottom. Oh, Yaley got way wide.
And charging through the middle is Bud Kading in the red 167 car. Yaley loses a couple of spots from the pole.
Well, that's not the kind of mistake you expect from J.J. Yaley. He was wanting to be real cautious and not make a mistake. He almost got in the fence and put himself out of the race right off the bat, so he'll be a little more careful this time through 1 and 2.
Tyler Walker, then Kurt Rucker's 35. The RE Technologies car into 1. He's your leader. Bud Kading runs second in the 167. Yaley third.
Tyler Walker did a great job. As soon as Yaley went by on the outside and went to the top of the racetrack, he went down to the bottom of the racetrack knowing that I have to go where he's not if I want to get the lead. And when Yaley just made a little mistake, he was right there to take advantage of it, as was Katie.
But Katie trying to find a way out of turn 4. Part of the game today, Larry, is going to be finding a place to go racing.
Yes, it is, because this racetrack is a little bit different. Right there, you can see a couple of different grooves. Yaley stays on the high side. Tyler Walker stays on the bottom, and Kading's kind of running right in there in the no man's land, right in the middle.
Tracy Hines in 4th in the 37. He almost got into the wall in turn 1 a moment ago. He was sideways with the wheels turned in the wrong direction. Still Walker in that white 35. Kading in the red 167. 3rd is Yaley, the points leader in the 9 car.
Yeah, those 3 guys have pulled out to a little bit of an advantage. Look at that.
Way high.
3 different grooves, 3 completely different grooves down there through turns 1 and 2. There is a bump going into turn 1, and I think all these guys are trying to find a way to get through there without hitting that bump.
Tyler Walker out in front from the outside pole. Bud Kading started in the 2nd row with his teammate Aaron Fike. Quickly into 2nd spot. He went down the middle in turn 2, which was a good place to go. Now Yaley trying to go to the bottom.
He went right to the bottom off that corner. Didn't get a good enough run, though. And Katie's going to hang on to that 2nd place. Once again, the same grooves we saw the last time. 3 different places on the racetrack, and none of them seem to really get a big advantage in any of them.
Hines in the 37 runs 4th. Kading trying to take the measure of young Tyler Walker. A couple of young guns from California going at it here.
Yeah, and you can see that Kading looks to be running right behind Tyler Walker, as does JJ down there in 3 and 4. The groove is not near as wide down in turns 3 and 4 as it is up in 1 and 2. 1 and 2, man, you can run just about any place you want.
Kading sweeping to the high side, trying to find room to take the lead from Tyler Walker as they come to the backstretch. Still can't do it. Watch Kading. How much steering is he putting in that race car? The front wheels are going back and forth.
Well, that's because he's driving the wheels off of that thing. I mean, he's really running hard, and when you hit those bumps down there, you know, the race car changes, so you've got to steer to try to keep that thing under you.
Yaley takes a look at the bottom, 2nd spot. Fast qualifier pushes way high in the 2nd turn.
Yeah, he pushed the front end. It looked like Hines was going to be able to get around him when he did that.
Already lapping cars. That's Craig Dory in the 38. Let's see what's happened further back. No, Hines couldn't get by.
No, Hines got by him, and then he pushed up coming off the corner, and Yaley went back around him. So those guys battling pretty hard back there. Look at this. Kading tries to get under Tyler Walker. Can't do it.
Walker able to shut the door. 3rd spot to Yaley. Next in line is that lap car, Dory, and there's Hines in the 37. Meantime, out at 2, Kading going for the lead. Jackie Burke, a lap car in the way, 3 wide.
They got into lap traffic very early. Kading just went to the outside. He kind of used that lap car as a pick, and he just gassed her on the top and then drove right down in front of Tyler Walker. Walker had to let him go, but that was a great job by Kading as he used that lap car to make that pass, and Walker couldn't go to the outside, so he had to go to the inside. And like you said, 3 abreast doesn't work too good.
The Zerunian 167, that's a Gary Stanton chassis. He doesn't even build chassis anymore, so that's an older race car. Kading found a place to put that machine. He's got a big lead.
Well, actually, Stanton did build a couple of cars this year. He kind of got back into the business. He's building engines, of course, mostly, but he and Gary Howard have gone together and built some cars, so that may be one of the new cars.
Down into turn 1, battling up in front, 2nd spot in play. Here's Yaley to the bottom, trying to work on Tyler Walker.
Wow, he got under him just a little bit, but Walker got a better run off the corner. And it looks like if you get a little bit sideways coming off the corners, you just lose all your forward momentum.
Jonathan Venner there, the red number 99, already going a lap down to the leaders. Yaley in the 9 car, trying to get back toward the front. Your leader, Bud Kading. The Zerunian 167, that car number taken to victory lane at Nazareth the last time we were with you a few weeks ago on the pavement by NASCAR invader Casey Kane.
Yes, and Aaron Fike is a regular driver for Zerunian, and it looks like Kading just got this car.
Oh, trouble. Donnie Schatz has gotten into the wall. That's in turn 4, coming onto the front straightaway. In the Parker Stores 115, Schatz spun coming off the corner, nearly gets clipped there by Kading.
Wow, Kading almost did clip him. That would have been a terrible thing. And Mike Hess has come all the way from the back up to 11th, so he's having a good run so far.
Watching your leader, Bud Kading, out of Campbell, California. Boy, it's rough down low in turn 4.
I'll tell you what, I hope they ate their Wheaties this morning, because it is plenty tough. And look at all the lap traffic he's running into. He's got to go inside, outside, just trying to make room. Oh, hit that little bump right there. Almost got together with Jonathan Minard in the red 99.
Ron Gregory there at Gary Irvin's 48 car carrying one of our onboard cameras, too. He was on the bottom, so Kading is very accomplished. A lot of race wins in midgets and sprint cars all over the country, threading the needle nicely to hold on to the top spot.
Well, these ruts are getting bigger and bigger. That could mean that some of these guys are going to break shocks or break pieces off their race cars. So, you know, but what are you going to do? You've got to run fast. You can't let off the gas and let people go around you. But I think the equipment could take a toll later on in the race.
Yaley has gotten by Tyler Walker in the 9 car. Yaley moving to second spot around the 35 of Walker. Your leader, Kading, in the 167. Swings to the inside of the 39. That's A.J. Fike's car.
Yeah, and you can see, boy, that he is taking a beating with that thing, as he's really running through a lot of ruts down there in 3 and 4.
Now remember, the seats these guys ride in basically have no padding at all, so you're just sitting over the drive line in one of these cars.
You're sitting over the drive line, and so your body takes an awful good beating when you're running that hard up there. And so far, he's still running right through there like it's a Sunday drive. He's really on the hammer.
Working lap 43 of 100 of the Tulsa Fairgrounds Motorplex, the USAC Weld Racing Silver Crown Series on speed with Larry Rice, Benjamin, Dave Archer. Welcome back on speed. We're under a red flag here at the Tulsa Fairgrounds Motorplex. As we were taking our time out a moment ago, the caution waved, and then Larry, during the break, USAC officials decided it was time to bring the red flag out. The track's pretty rough over in turn 2.
Yeah, they've got a problem over there they're going to try to fix before they could continue. They thought maybe it was better that they do it now while they were under yellow.
Grader's out on the racetrack, and Dave Argabright is over there as well.
Well, obviously, every racetrack gets some holes and ruts, every dirt racetrack. This, they felt, was a little bit excessive, and we're going to try to grab race promoter and track preparer Emmett Hahn here. Emmett, we've stopped the race here. What are we going to do to the racetrack?
Well, we put a lot of material in this thing to tighten it up. We hauled 550 tons in here, and it done its job, except just as soon as we got it in, the rains came, and it's rained ever since, and it's got us down to this soft spot. So we're just going to put a little bit of moisture, because this stuff will bond with this fly ash that we put in it. So we're going to put a little bit of moisture, put some of this over it, and get the vibratory and try to hammer it down and try to camouflage this where we can finish our last 50 laps.
You know, I know we talked quickly about safety and that being an issue here, and you want a safe racetrack, but does it also give the opportunity to maybe provide a better race the last half?
Well, it don't hurt it any. The groove going into one where we got our little ridge down there, that's made a 2-groove racetrack out of that. So if we can just get this right here and get the gravel down and get it out of our picture, we'll be all right.
Closing in on 25 laps to go at the Tulsa Fairgrounds Motorplex, the USAC Silver Crown Series on speed. Bud Kading has led since the first dozen or so laps in the 167, Larry. He's had pressure off and on from J.J. Yaley and Tyler Walker. Yaley's up to second now, and he's about a straightaway behind.
Yeah, Bud Kading has really worked the traffic well. Every time he got to traffic, he didn't wait on anybody. He took a shot, went in between guys, around guys on the top, and he took no prisoners, and that's the reason he's pulled out to a little bit of a lead now.
Bud Kading, a very fine young open-wheel race car driver. Hard to imagine that his best previous finish in this series, a second 3 years ago at Springfield, hasn't ever won. Today could be the day. Yellow on the speedway. Caution's back out. Larry Neighbors back on the racetrack after a cut tire earlier. A caution waving here with 75 laps on the board, 25 to go. Looking around the racetrack to see what might be wrong. The safety car is out. Wonder if there's debris out on the racetrack.
There could be some debris out there. Of course, it wouldn't be a surprise with all the ruts and everything. And I have to tell you that Emmett Hahn, we're not saying anything bad about him. He did everything he could. He had this racetrack pretty well in hand, but it's rained terribly, terribly hard here the last 2 days. It rained out the midget race last night, and it's rained very hard for the last 2 days. And with a surface like this, there's no way that you can go ahead and run that race.
Well, we're getting word from the United States Auto Club that they have decided to throw the checkered flag. The caution came out on lap 75. They're apparently going to shorten this one by 25 laps, and that will give Bud Kading his first career Silver Crown victory.
Well, they're saying that for safety reasons, they tried to fix the holes. They're saying that they've come back. They're not in good enough shape. The racetrack is not in good enough shape to go ahead and run these last 25 laps. So we don't see the checkered flag in the flagman's hand yet. But we're getting word from USAC that at least they're thinking about checkered flagging this race because of the ruts in the racetrack.
Now we'll have to check the calculations here, but J.J. Yaley is second if the checkered flag waves. Dave Darland is 10th, and there's the checkered flag. So this one will come to an end 25 laps short of the scheduled distance because of the track conditions here at the Tulsa Fairgrounds Motorplex. Bud Kading in the Zerunian 167, his first Silver Crown victory And even though the race was short, Larry, he had to fight hard to win.
Yes, he certainly did. And Tyler Walker was the only guy I saw who wasn't very happy about that. As they went across the start-finish line, he's raising his hands up like, what the heck's going on here? I still got a chance to win this thing.